Boys, 11 years ago today, a little game dropped. A little bit of anticipation. Some people were excited, some people not. Fans stuck around for 11 years, though, as GTA 5 hit 11 years today. Absolutely insane to think about. We've been playing one game now for 11 years. We talk about this games of service model over, like Michael, I talk about it almost daily. It feels like, hey, Michael, over on the Daily Show, where games of service models, games coming out, games are disappearing. They just don't have the hook to last. GTA comes out, we get the single player first, and then, correct me, where are we, like 3 months later, 6 months later, then we got the online component, and we've been stuck in it ever since.
They revamped the online component completely.
Well, it's been over 3 generations. They had to do something, Alton.
Yeah.
Right? So here we go. How does this pay off? Why are we still playing GTA 5? Because, well, we're still waiting on GTA 6. So there's definitely been a lot happen in the span of 11 years. Isn't that true, Alton?
It is. It's kind of a marvel if you think about it. I played it. You know, obviously, initially, like Grand Theft Auto Online, it sounded amazing because I used to play GTA 4 online, and that was more of a regular multiplayer game, but they kind of created this whole MMO aspect to it with buying your apartments and stuff, and that did not hook me, really. I played it, a few of my friends were like, oh, come play. And I did, it didn't hook me in. And it clearly is an absolute winner, like, so there's something wrong with me, I think. I just, like, Rockstar, the people behind Rockstar and the launch of GTA 5, like, could they be, like, the best business people in gaming? Considering they came up with the whole aspect of the shark cards, the megalodon cards. Yeah. They have literally generated billions of dollars over 11 years. And they just keep pumping it in. And, like, I see the fun aspect to it, but for me, I struggle to see why people are spending so much money on, you know, avatar customization and apartments and stuff like that. But clearly, everyone loves it. It's still one of the most popular games out today after 11 years on 3 consoles. We had nuts. The 360, the 360 Slim, the Xbox One, the Xbox S, the Project Scorpio Xbox, we had the PS3. The PS4, the PS4 Slim, and we're on the Xbox Series X and S. We're on the PS4 or the PS5, and now soon to be the PS5 Pro.
Yeah,
it is absolutely mind-boggling on how big it is, and it's entwined into pop culture all over the world.
Everybody's heard of it, right? I think that's the biggest thing. You mentioned GTA, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I know that game." Even if you're a non-gamer, you know what GTA is. Michael, did it hook you?
No, I was kind of with what Ultan said. The online never really hooked me. I'm more of like I like the single player, right? Hopped in with my friends. I don't even know if I ever beat the story, right? Because there was just always something to do in the game. I'm going to hop in. I'm going to go hijack a plane. I'm going to hop in. I'm going to go take a 4-wheeler and drive around in the desert. I'm going to climb a mountain. And that's kind of what I think Grand Theft Auto is, right? And it's this game mode that we always talk about. We see games like, oh, here's another hero shooter. Here's another survival game. Yeah. These like sandbox open world games. There's obviously Minecraft and there's GTA, and they're kind of just undefeated. And I'm surprised we don't see more companies try this because it's just, I hop in, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to go do this quest. I don't have to do this to unlock an armor, go hit a tree to go make better armor. I just hop in. Hey, that's a nice car that just drove past me. I'm going to go steal it from that NPC, drive around until I get pulled over by the cops. And I think that's what I love about GTA. I can do whatever I want, whatever I'm feeling when I hop on, and I love it. Like Ultan said, online never really hooked me. I'd hop on with some buddies. We'd do a mission. We'd go try and find somebody else in the world and shoot them, but never really got into the buy an apartment, make it like an MMO. I just want to hop on GTA and do crazy stuff.
Which is nuts because
everyone.
I fell in. I got hooked on the whole online component, and then they came out and said you can start buying apartments up. I started buying up apartments. I got businesses coming out the end, right? Like it's just
wazoo.
Oh man! And then I talked to my brother. My brother, him and his crew of 4 or 5 people that just roll. They're still playing to this day online. And I'm like, how many hours have you got sunk into this online component, right? I said, how did this single player go? He goes, I barely touched the single player. Barely touched the single player. It's all about the online for him, right? Him and his crew. And away they go. They have so many cars, one car after another. The garages he's had to buy of extras just to fit all of his cars. And then he's got the military. He's got this. He's got that. And he's got all these
you
other
got
businesses.
flying cars to shoot missiles everywhere.
Yes.
Like.
Oh, they're a nightmare to deal
Jet
with.
speeder bikes.
Yeah, right? But it just continues to populate. It continues to hit sales day in, day out. Every month, you get a new chart of, hey, here's the top selling games of the month. GTA 5. Like, who doesn't own GTA 5 by this point? And it's still
I personally own it on so many things.
Oh,
Like,
no,
I had it on the 360, the Xbox One version, and then with the PlayStation Plus, you got the free next gen upgrade. I owned at least 2 copies per console, and I owned it on PC.
Oh man,
And I only played
the
the campaign.
That's wow, that is nuts to me. Because then what? Like, why? Why wouldn't you just go play it? Because I'm playing it. Oh, I started on PlayStation, played online on PlayStation. Because I was there with my brother, hanging out, whatever. Fell off, went into other stuff. Then I had friends over on Xbox, so then I picked it up there on Xbox. And then over the console generations, I just keep buying the next freaking iteration because it's got the. I was like, why am I getting sucked into this? Right? Never fell for the shark card stuff. I didn't get into that because
No, me either.
Right, and the whole season passed, and then you get the GTA Plus model now that they got going on as well, and it just keeps producing. It's a money making machine, and I think this is one of the reasons why I think we had to wait so long for GTA 6 because GTA 5 just makes money. It makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Where right now
they could never make a game again, and they'll still have enough money.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Through and through.
Red Dead 2 had one of the coolest onlines in my experience, and they just let it go.
They left it in the wind.
Because of GTA Online, right? So happy birthday to GTA 5. It's just nuts. Alton, you and I were talking a little bit off air before we got started here. Dude, a couple things have definitely happened in the span of 11 years. What's some stats you got for us?
Oh, I got some stats up the wazoo, bro.
What do you got?
Things that happened in the last 11 years all over the world. Barack Obama was in his second term as president. The United Kingdom left the European Union in Brexit. And this one is the craziest statistic. It doesn't seem like it's that much, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe had literally just started phase 2. Numero dos. And since then, there has been 28 movies in the MCU since Grand Theft Auto 5 launched. 28 movies. I could barely grow a beard when that game came out. And now I'm going grey. Pokemon Go released. TikTok was not a thing, and TikTok launched in those times, one of the biggest platforms in the world. And another crazy thing, COVID-19 put the world on brakes for 3 years. And Bitcoin, the year GTA came out, Bitcoin started popping up in all chat forums and started becoming relevant. All like mind-boggling things that have happened in 11 years. The Marvel Cinematic Universe with 28 movies, and I didn't even count the TV shows.
Yeah,
so that's higher. Like, does it deserve to have such longevity as it has?
Well, Michael, I'm gonna let you take that one, buddy.
Does it deserve it? Yes. Should it have it? No. Because we should have gotten a new GTA. I think every fan will say 11, and I mean, I think based on release dates, we're going to celebrate its 12th birthday before GTA 6 comes out. It's because it's supposed to be later in the year. It'll be kind of close. Maybe it's on the same day. We'll have to see. But no, I think this game has deserved it, right? Everything that could come up with this game, you could do whatever you want. I mean, if you're someone who's big on Twitch, I like to watch different Twitch streams. GTA RP kind of blew up over the last 3 years, where basically people reinvented how to play GTA, which was awesome. But as we talked about, they kept this model going because it was so profitable. I think any fan would tell you 5 years was probably when we should have started looking at GTA 6. Maybe 10 was when GTA 6 should have come out. So I think it has earned this longevity, but as a fan of GTA, I don't think we needed to be here for 11 years. I think that is the biggest thing. As someone who hasn't been able to get hooked in, I'm like, give me the new game. I want to get hooked. And 11 years is just, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But I know they're making money, so I can't hate them.
Skyrim.
Skyrim's a whole other conversation.
I find it funny how we've had 3 generations of consoles.
Yeah.
The generation of the Xbox original and the PS2 had 3 Grand Theft Auto main series titles, and 2 spin-offs, Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories. So technically 5 in one console generation. In 11 years, nothing. Now, I will give it one thing. I always enjoyed, after a long day, I always enjoyed just putting a waypoint super far away. And I used to love the Grand Theft Auto radio.
Yeah.
I the playlist. Or I'd throw on Spotify and just cruise. And it was just nice. Just, nice and relaxing. Like, things like that you can only do in GTA. Like, Forza, you can't really do it in Forza. But that was one thing I always thought. It was like, I think a lot of people will agree with me on that point. They certainly have over on Everything Xbox. But the campaign it's a Hollywood movie. It's fun. The characters are great. Some of the throwbacks, like Grand Theft Auto 4 is my personal favorite, but GTA 5 was a cracker. It's 11 years.
It's exhausting to think of, right? Honestly, at the end of the day, when we go through 3 generations of consoles, we're still playing the same game we started 11 years ago. That's nuts to think of. Like, again, getting back to the whole games as service model, wasn't even a thing back then. Never even existed.
There's no Game Pass.
No. No.
There was no Game Pass.
No.
We still used Microsoft reward points. Do you remember those things?
Yeah.
Red versus Blue was popular.
Yeah. Times have definitely changed in those 11 years, which now I think makes me excited to think of what is the possibility of GTA 6. Because they've seen 11 years of progress. They've seen 11 years of growth within this particular game. One game, right? There isn't a bigger title out there. Even when you get to Minecraft, I think we're going to do 2 different conversations, right? I think Minecraft is absolutely massive. There is no denying that. But I think it hits at a different audience. Where we're coming in from a GTA point of view, going GTA 5. Like, I grew up on GTA. Like, it literally started with a top-down view. And you'd be going around on PC. And then all of a sudden...
Grand Theft Auto 1, 2 in London.
Yeah, and then you get GTA 3, goes third person, changes everything. Everybody
it changed gaming as a whole.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen anything like that before.
And now we take a look at the franchise and go 11 years of one game. It should have been like 11 years of games, not 11 years of one game, right? Yeah. But here we are. Now, what does the future look like for you guys with GTA 6? Alton?
I think Rockstar I think they're nervous. Like, how are they? All the pressure of every gamer is watching them. It's on them. Like, it's on their shoulders. Yeah. Like, they have to hit the ball out of the park. Like, if they scruff up once, there'll be absolute chaos. The characters have to be amazing. The gameplay has to, they need to evolve the gaming. Like, it feels good and stuff, but it needs to be modernized. We're talking about they're using the same system from 11 years ago. Currently, and it's fine. It's a third-person shooter. It's action. It's Grand Theft Auto. But how are they going to evolve the actual proper gameplay? Is it going to feel more fluid? Things like that. And what I was always wondering is, because their technology is so massive, are they going to introduce like the 4 seasons? Are we going to see like advanced technology in that?
Well, so we did see holiday specials, right? Like, all of a sudden now, as you're going through GTA, it's Christmas time. Dude, it's all covered in snow.
But in a natural, organic way in single player.
That's like Red Dead 2.
I think, yeah.
Right? Red Dead 2, you see the changes. You see the day-night cycle. You see the seasons change and evolve. They're going to carry that momentum over into GTA 6. Like, there's a lot of learnings over 11 years that, we get some... I'm going to call it stale gameplay at this point, right? Because we're so used to these controls and it's been around for 11 years. Dude, they need to update these controls. But the seasonal stuff is something that they have introduced to the online component, but only through seasonal events, where now we're going to get into this Red Dead.
You get the update and then change.
Right? Yeah. Where Red Dead, you start in the snow, and then it breaks into the spring, and then it goes into summer, and then it goes back to fall. And then it just, like, there's opportunities here. Michael, do you think we're in for another 11 years when it comes to GTA 6?
Oh man, I don't know, because thinking of what Alton said and just thinking of what we talked about, I know GTA 6 is going to be massive, but GTA 5 was massive because we all grew up on GTA, right? Alton said there was 5 GTA games on the previous generation.
Yeah.
Kids that are grown up now, they play GTA 5, though they play GTA 5. I don't know if the hype for the generation that's growing up behind us is going to be there, and I think that is what will carry GTA 6. I think it'll be massive. And I think that'll determine the scope. But I mean, at some point, right, how much further can we get? How much bigger can they make the map, right? We've already seen this map's going to be 2 times the size of GTA 5.
Woo.
Can we make it even bigger? Like, I don't know.
Great points.
It's going to be interesting. I don't think we'll get 11 years. I just don't think. I think GTA 5 was the perfect storm of everyone wants to hop in. Then they made some updates. They made changes. They were able to get some upscaling with new consoles coming out. I think GTA 6 will have like a 5-6 year lifespan, and either it will start to fall off and Rockstar will need to panic, or Rockstar will realize 11 years was too long, and hopefully once this game goes live, they can start working on a GTA 7 or whatever they want to go with. I think we'll never see another 10-year plus game cycle from GTA.
I hope not.
Yeah, I'm also just being selfish because I don't want to see this for another 10 years. So,
I mean, are we going to be alive by the time GTA 7 comes out? I mean,
man.
No.
Well, Jamie says up over on Facebook, he says, San Andreas and 4 were 4 years apart. Think about that. So,
thank you.
4 years.
And the leap from one to the other was this. I still think Grand Theft Auto 4 had the best physics in gaming. It was phenomenal.
Sick. It was so damn good. Absolutely, hands down.
The driving mechanics were even better.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And now we get into GTA 5. Like, the controls to me just feel so clunky. Let's get into GTA 6. I want the evolution of the next GTA. Will it hit?
And I was never too into the first person mode. I thought it was cool for a little bit. It brought, it kind of pulled you in a bit more to make it more atmospheric and stuff, but the controls were clunky. Like, you could try and kind of tailor them towards to Call of Duty or whatever, but it just didn't work.
James wants smaller spin-off games.
Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, they were amazing to set them in different
China Wars.
People wanted story expansions. We didn't get them. They had some planned and they axed them.
Well, that's just it. We were
Episodes
supposed
of Liberty
to get
City
it.
was fantastic. Ballad of Gay Tony.
Oh, so
my
good.
god, it was so good.
What was the biker expansion? Right?
Yeah, the biker one was first, and then it was
the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yep. And then so GTA goes into online component, right? We get GTA 5 online. Heist drop. Heist explodes GTA 5 online. Right? Nobody's seen anything like this. All of a sudden now you're in there with your friends. You're pulling up on some of these things that are able to, you partner in with, say, me and Michael will go one way, and then Alton and maybe Scott from the show goes another way, right? And this is how we handle this heist. And then we all come together at the end. Rolling the heists were some of the best moments in GTA Online I have ever experienced. Because there's just nothing like it. And you know what? There still isn't. And this is one of those components of why we still have GTA Online, right? Because they just recently dropped another update. Boom, more heists, right? Everybody's all in. It's like, what is happening here? We don't need. The three of us need GTA 6. Rockstar does not, right? Because it still makes a crap load of money, and they just keep bringing more and more content to it. I'm like, man, will we ever get it to this point again, where we're still staying here 5 years from now, 6 years from now, playing GTA 6? Let me ask you guys this. GTA 6 drops next year, right? When's the online component drop? Michael?
That's, I think, the big question.
Lost and Damned. Thanks, James. Sorry, cut you off. Lost and Damned. That was there.
No, that's my big question for where GTA 6 goes, right? I think 10 years ago, people were more patient, right? Now, because GTA 5 Online's been so big, they need it soon. When's the PC version going to come out, right? Rockstar's always said, we're going to make you wait 6 months. We're going to make you wait a year until PC comes out.
Yeah.
I don't think this current culture wants that. It's like, I'm a PC.
No patience.
Yeah, it's like, put me on PC day one. I'm going to be upset, especially with, the price tags we're seeing for consoles and what you can build a PC for the same price as a console. It's like, why do I have to wait? So I think this is something Rockstar needs to nail, is it needs to be online maybe 3 months if the story's really, really good. But I think even that's pushing it. And then PC needs to be soon after that. But I think they can't wait more than 6 months for both, or we're going to have very angry gamers. I don't know about what you think, though, Alton.
I agree. I had a little part of me think that because it's been in development for so long, that at one of the Game Awards festival, they're going to just drop day one multiplayer. Like that's only a small bit of the rest of my heart agrees with you that it could be 3 to 6 months. I have a feeling that they might pull something like that because you don't really hear anything. They don't make announcements. They don't do dev interviews. They're like no one knows what the team looks like at all. Like they have one even here. They have a Rockstar in Ontario.
Yeah,
and you don't see them at anything. It's all very hush hush. But I agree. Like they're not. People are going to be very upset if it's not there on day one.
It's not going to be.
As you brought up earlier on, like your friend, he barely touched the single player.
Yeah.
He's there for like a lot of these gamers are similar to Fortnite players. Like they just play for the multiplayer aspect. They don't care about anything. Fortnite was meant to originally have a single player.
Actually, I played it back in the day. So I played the single
really?
Yeah. Yeah,
with the zombies?
Yes, yeah. So you were fortifying it all, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they're like, hey, you know what's doing way better than our game? This game called PUBG. We should do a battle royale. And then that's where that spun out. And this is now Fortnite, right? The whole whatever that was, I can't remember what it was called. Save the World or something. That's what it was. It was Save the World. Nobody plays that, right? No. It's all whatever. But you take a look at COD, though. Look at COD. COD's coming out. Black Ops 6 coming out next month. It's going to have a single-player game.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna play it. I'll play it. Everybody's jumping on multiplayer day one, right? So this is why Rockstar is like, no, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna go single player first. This is my guess, right? I have no inside knowledge. If Rockstar wants to hit us up, by all means, I'd be down for that. But it's one of those things, right, where you take a look at it and you go, no, they can't drop multiplayer day one because everybody's gonna skip the single player. They've invested so much time, effort, money into the single player campaign that needs to be out there in the wild first. Let people get their hooks into GTA. Let that conversation swell.
Let them learn the systems.
And then all of a sudden drop the multiplayer. Now, over here, we got Nicholas says, Vice City and San Andreas was dope. Vice City was the Mob Miami Vice style with the soundtrack they deliver was pure gold. On GTA 5 was the character swapping a downer for me, Nicholas states, right? James goes back, says premium story DLC like in... Dead Nightmare to prolong lifespan.
Red Dead Nightmare?
Yeah. So, yeah.
So
oh, man. Right? The Undead Nightmare was absolutely incredible back in the day.
Another thing that, like...
Where's the DLC? Right? Where's the
Yeah.
DLC? But getting back to it, they don't want to drop multiplayer because everybody will skip the single player. So you're going to wait. The biggest question is, how long do they make us wait? That's really what it comes down to.
And they're going to be held at gunpoint for it, literally.
Yeah.
Like they're going to get flack either way, whether it comes day one or if it comes after. But there's things that, like, I want to bring up 2 points. Because of this game has been around for 11 years, on everything on Xbox, I see people consistently requesting remakes of Rockstar titles like Warriors, Bullies.
Man, give me Bully.
Yeah. But because of their developers are working on GTA Online and GTA 6 consistently, because this game's been around for so long, is the reason why you're not getting your Red Dead 2 story DLCs. You're not getting GTA 5 DLC. You're not getting the Warriors. Any Rock's Manhunt is gone. Everyone wants Manhunt to be re-released, whether it's a HD port or a full-on remake. They're putting all their money into this cash cow.
Absolutely. Do you remember Agent?
Pardon?
You remember Agent?
Agent? No, I don't.
Oh, man. Okay, so here, let me tell you the premises. This was a Rockstar joint partnered with PlayStation, and it was Agent. You were like MI6 agents. And you would go around and you would hijack other people and pull them into your organization. And it had this whole online component. And then you would actually tap in with your phone to keep up to date with what's going on in your organization. And there's little details about this, a little that out there. Not a lot was known about it, but it was a spy espionage game. And I was all in because that's my genre, right? Like I love stealth and all that kind of stuff. So I followed this, and then they canceled it. GTA.
Because they're all working on GTA?
Everybody goes to GTA, right? So take a look at Activision, for example, as well. They buy up a studio. What happens? All of a sudden, now that studio no longer works on Spyro. They work on Toys of Duty, right? Yep. Now, Toys for Bob has been lucky.
They're independent now.
Have now gone independent, but
Raven Software.
Wow, there's another one, right? So they just buy up all these other studios and they put them on the big cash cow. Rockstar's no different, except they're just not multiple studios. They do have multiple studios, but they're not buying up other companies to conglomerate them into one to say, hey, now you're working on GTA. Everybody just works on GTA. They stop working on Red Dead 2. They stop working on Red Dead Online. They don't give you GTA 5 story that we're supposed to get DLC for, right? All that's gone because GTA Online is such a money-making juggernaut. Manhunt compilation were dope. Nice. That was Nicholas again chiming in. Smugglers Run in LA Noir. James talking about there. Dudes, you guys, anybody remember Smugglers Run from PS2 launch?
I do, yeah.
PS2 launch, PS3 launch? It might be a little foggy in there.
PS3.
Is it PS3?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then LA Noir. Where's the sequel for that? The tech in that was so monumental that like you were keeping an eye on the face. Can you imagine with today's technology where we'd be with that?
There was meant to be a sequel, supposedly canned. Everything's been canned for GTA. And I think there's one thing that gamers as a whole, like, it doesn't matter if you're a diehard, you only play Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto only, but the ever persistent rumors that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be the most expensive game that you as a consumer will buy. There is multiple reports that the game will cost people 150 USD. Are people going to pay that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if they do it, and it sells, then you're going to have Ubisoft, you're going to have EA, they're all going to take that model, and they're not going to put that much love and effort into their new games. But gamers as a whole, the regular Joes, the blue collars, everyone, they're going to get shafted. Like, that's one thing that's the thing I'm keeping my eye on. And if it does come out that it's going to be $150, two of us are in Canada, it's going to be like what, $200 game, $220?
Yeah.
I'm going to be saving up those Microsoft points because I am not giving them. I have the money, I'm just not giving them. Like, that is absolutely mind-boggling if they charge that much for the game.
They don't need to.
They don't exactly, but greed takes over everything.
It does, but when I take a look, so Michael, you said, like, is the younger generation going to come up and get into this game? My 16-year-old son cannot wait for GTA 6. Right? So that tells you he and his friends are ready to roll. And you know what? So are we. We're now ready to roll. Now, we grew up with GTA, right? So we're already all in. Now the younger generation are about to follow suit. This will be the biggest game of all time.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be huge. It's like there's the only thing that I think can even possibly, and it actually, you know, it'll come second to it. What would be, if done properly, Elder Scrolls 6, but it will not hit anywhere near the numbers that Grand Theft Auto 6 will at all. It'll be it'll be on planet Earth. GTA 6 is in the Milky Way, like.
Yeah, no, for sure, right? James Timeson and says that's why physical copies are so important versus used copies. Used copies are hard to come by now. I think one of the reasons why we see all digital is because back in the day, EB Games over here at the time, we'll call it, right? Or
GameStop for people that don't know.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Now they converted over here in Canada as well.
GameStop, yeah.
So either way, they would make more money selling used games. So they'd have a huge bins of just used content and just buy the used. Developers would never see that back. So now we're starting to see that transition, why we're getting out of physical. And to be honest, I have no room for the amount of games I play to carry a disc or a shelf full of all. Like, I need, like, my basement would be loaded, right?
You'd be swimming through everything.
Oh, man, I couldn't imagine, right? So now we're getting into this physical stuff, and this is where GTA can just be picked up on a dime. Everybody just chimes in on GTA 6 day. Does the game launch on GTA 6 without being broken? Well, the server's just going to get so populated that all of a sudden we don't even get to play. We invest we'll say $150 because, you know, regardless at the end of the day, I'm paying $150 for it too. Like, I'll be there day one. Like, I'm not going to miss that opportunity to be hanging out, talking with all my friends, talking with you guys, what's going on in the world of GTA 6. Hey, this is the biggest game that's about to drop in probably a decade, right? You can talk
about the biggest launch in 50 years.
Here's the Kingdom. Like, I'm going into Zelda, right? And now let's bring in the conversation of
Halo
Nintendo.
3?
Halo 3 is huge. I don't see anything beating this though, Michael.
No,
Thoughts?
There's nothing going to.
No, I mean, the only thing, and this is more maybe biased for me because I was a World of Warcraft guy growing up, would be would have been, I think, Cataclysm. That's when WoW was at like 11 million concurrent players. So like this was 15 years ago, though, right?
Yeah.
And even then, I don't think that's going to come close to what GTA 6 does. So I think biggest release ever. I think what Ultan said. I think Halo 3 is close. I think gaming was a little bit more taboo back when Halo 3 came out. I think if Halo 3 was like today, I think Halo 3 would rival it. But I think if you kind of, inflated numbers. But yeah, no, I think this would be the biggest game. I think what Ultan said is what scares me, right? Like, I wonder what the price point is where people would stop, right? Like, is it 100? Is it 150? Is it 200? I mean, like, what is that number that they're going to push for? I'm hoping we don't even see triple digits, but I think you guys are right. I think we're going to get to it. And at that point, then the other problem is, right? They're gonna put the shark cards in, and they're gonna make even more money off the shark cards, and they're just gonna keep making money. And it's just, I don't want this game to be this expensive, but I know it's gonna be a big launch no matter what. So I'm hoping Rockstar at least is like, all right, we'll keep it low, and we'll charge you guys on the back end with shark cards. Because 150, as Alton said, we'll make it work. People have the money; they'll make it work. But it's not going to be a fun day. And I think that's why they're targeting that holiday release window, right? It's a lot easier. You want it, like Drew said, the kid wants it. All right, here's $300 at Christmas time. That feels a lot easier than $300 in the middle of March.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know it's a valid point, right? Like, everybody's going to be on it, so why not capitalize on the holiday season? Hey, I didn't get it at launch, but now I got it for Christmas. And here we go, and they're all in with their buddies. GTA 6 Online drops. Did you guys get the season pass? No? Michael?
GTA Online?
Yeah, GTA 6 Online. Do you buy the season pass?
Chance. I'm there for the single player. I'll pop in every now and then. I'm not like, I played GTA 4 religiously with the boys, but I'm going to get flack for this. I'm going to get flack. I apologize if you're one of these people. I hate with a passion the GTA 5 community. They're all a bunch of little a-holes. You can't even go about your day and go rob a woman down the street without getting blown up by 10 people. Like, homie, let me enjoy the time. Like, I'm working as a carpenter, coming down, hard day, 10 and 12-hour day. Here we go. I'll get my business up and running. Boom. Nope. I'm alive again. Boom.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a way. There is a work around that because you can open up a private server, so it's only you in there. And you can go.
It also defeats the purpose. Like,
it does. But if you're just looking to chill out and because you want to do a couple things, that is one opportunity and way you go about that. I know I've done it numerous times because I'm not dealing with it either, right? Get in there, man. I've had a long day. The last thing I want to do is get trolled by somebody in the GTA community, and it happens. Boom. Yeah, exactly.
No,
boys,
I'm buying the regular edition.
Yeah, that's fair. Michael, you getting the season pass?
I'll call this the Call of Duty model. I'm sure someone will tell me this isn't what Call of Duty did, but this was the first game that I had. Yeah. Call of Duty's original Battle Pass had it. If you finished it, you got enough currency to buy the next one.
Oh, yeah.
If they do something like that, I will buy it, right? Because I'll say, look, if I finish this season, boom, I can go to the next one. It's not like $10.
You're getting a return for your money.
Exactly. If they do that system, and again, I call it the Call of Duty model because that's the first game I saw it in. They do that, I'll buy it. I'll buy the first one, and I'll say if I finish it, I can go to the next one. And then the moment I don't finish one, I'll be like, all right, I didn't make my currency back. I'm not going to go in. If they're like, hey, we want $10 a month and you're just going to earn in-game cosmetics, no, miss me with that. If I can earn my currency back to buy the next Battle Pass, count me in. If you want $10, $20 a season, I'm out. I'll skip it. I'll hang out online, but I don't need the cosmetic rewards.
No.
Fair enough.
You, Drew?
Yeah, I'm buying it. I'm in.
Because
I know.
Shame on you.
No, I know.
I'm going to message your wife to slap you.
This is what GTA 5 was out for 11 years.
But
that's
I
know
I'll be in there day in and day out with my brother and his crew and hanging out and have a good time. And we're going to grind.
Yeah, you're getting a return.
I know I'm going to get that all back, right, at the end of the day. So I don't see them going, okay, you finish the season and then you get it all back. I don't think that's going to happen. Rainbow Six Siege does it to me every season. They say, here, we're going to give you half. And then you got to buy the other half, so they're getting a couple bucks out of you the next season. They tend to do that all the time. PUBG was one that's really well. They did it really well, and that if you did complete it, Michael, like you say, right? All of a sudden now, the next season, if providing you didn't spend it on other in-game currency stuff, other skins or this, that, and the other, you had enough to buy the next pass, and you can keep going that way. But yeah, I think the future of GTA 6 is going to be an interesting one to watch, and well, that's what we do.
I'm
here.
also curious to see if it's going to
be
the single player be co-op.
Single player, well, I don't think so, because I think we're playing this whole two dynamics.
There's only 2 characters.
2 instead of 3 this time, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be in a whole different ball game of swapping between the 2 stories of one versus the other and how they both play out. Because one is supposed to be, from what we recall, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, one's going to be on the good side, one's going to kind of get in the corrupted side, and we're going to kind of maybe swap back and forth, right?
Yeah.
So
That's kind of what we got.
Yeah.
A dev diary would be nice from Rockstar at some point to deep dive into this.
Yep, without a doubt, right? I think that'd be very cool to see. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm very curious to see what the future.
Soon.
No, unfortunately. Guys, I think that's going to wrap up today's discussion. We're going to do these more often. I think there's a ton of fun, and we got a bunch of other things in the work that we're always talking about changing over here. So make sure you stay tuned. As always, that's Alton. It's Michael. I'm Drew, and we'll see you inside the game.